The Cleveland Browns end up with one of the craziest wins, one of the wackiest endings to a game that you will ever see, and an upset of pretty titanic proportions, at least when it comes to the lines today. It was one of the biggest, fattest, juiciest lines of the afternoon. Packers by more than a touchdown. But here are the Browns getting their first victory. The Packers were considered by some, including myself, to be perhaps the best team in football. And here they are laying a complete egg, just 10 points scored against the Browns in a 13-10 loss, and that crazy ending where the Browns end up kicking the game-winning field goal and all the craziness that happened at the end of this game. That's going to be one that leaves a mark, as we say, for the Green Bay Packers. But I was left with this thought. Imagine the Browns had any quarterback play. Imagine if the Browns had a franchise quarterback. Imagine if the Browns had Baker Mayfield or even the Deshaun Watson we saw in Houston. Imagine they had anybody but 40-year-old Joe Flacco, who really can't throw much of a forward pass anymore, just 142 yards on the day, no touchdown to the interception. And the Cleveland Browns really right now have a defense that can compete with just about anybody. I mean, in the Browns' opening loss against the Bengals, they had multiple missed kicks. They really probably should have won that game. Late turnovers, but a defense that kept them in that game to the end, holding Joe Burrow, when he was healthy, and the Bengals offense to 7 yards in the second half. 7. And today we see against the Green Bay Packers, Jordan Love, Josh Jacobs and company, holding them down to 10 points, allowing the door to remain open for the upset victory. There's a reason why Cleveland Browns fans feel so tortured. And it's not just that they haven't gone or won a Super Bowl. It's that there's always this promise that the team could be pretty good if only they could find a quarterback. And that damn position just keeps eluding them for decades. And they can draft a guy and he's a bum. They can sign him as a free agent. He's a bum. They can find a guy that was great somewhere else and he's a bum. They find a guy and when he goes somewhere else, he's no longer a bum. It is mind-numbing for Browns fans, I'm sure, to be going through this time and time again. But the Browns are going to have to win in spite of their quarterback play this year. And if they only had some type of middle-of-the-road, somewhat credible quarterback, imagine how frisky, how dangerous, how interesting the Cleveland Browns can be. This is a squad that probably deserves to be 2-1 with wins over the Bengals and the Packers. Probably deserves to be 2-1. They'll take the win today, a massive upset over the Green Bay Packers. And survivor pools shake and wiggle and quake as the favorite Packers succumb. Dum, dum, dum.